It's hard to believe that over 3 years ago, I first reviewed these gap guards, which is like a stopgap block here. So if you drop coins or keys or whatnot, they would not fall through. These ones have held up pretty well over time, but now I'm starting to see some wear. If you look close, the top part is starting to separate from the foam. It was not completely wrapped. That's really just from vacuuming and I guess just using it for the last 3 years. So it is starting to look like an eyesore. Does it still work? Yeah. But I worry this is just going to peel off all the way. I will say a big flaw for the gap guard is the spot right here around the seat belt. You can see that there's just a big space there, or gap, so to speak. And then also it does not reach the back of my seat. Welcome back to another Jeff Reviews for you. And as you saw, we are looking at car gap fillers called DropStop. This is actually an item that was seen on Shark Tank. That is pretty cool. Anyway, enough talk. Let's get right into this review. Here's our DropStop. Of course, this is a 2-pack, one for each side. You can see it's a seat gap filler for your car, truck, or SUV. This retailed for right around $25. Let's open up this box to see what we get. Unboxed, you can see that we have 2 DropStops. They are universal, so you can put them on either the driver or the passenger side, but I didn't even realize it came with some extra cool stuff. First, we have this slide-free pad, and what you're supposed to be able to do with this is you stick it down on, your console or whatever, and you're gonna hold your phone, your keys, or even some coins. They say this has a $10 value, and it came free. They also send you this credit card size flashlight. Check that out. Now you have that inside your car. Of course, it is logoed with the DropStop stop sign, and they retail this at right around $5. Yet again, it's a free gift. Although it seems this is a pretty common sense install to me, I appreciate they come with full printed out instructions. They even have a link to a video if you so chose. You can see our DropStop here that they've actually embossed their logo on there. What I'm told is by the directions is you can squeeze this into a gap as small as 1/4 of an inch or as wide as 3.5 inches. The directions tell us that this is one size fits most, and if we look from the one tip all the way to the other where the tag is, it's right around 17 inches. I would make sure you actually measured your gap before purchasing just to make sure it fits. These are universal fit, so you do not have one specifically for the driver or the passenger side. I should say that this is made out of neoprene, and the manufacturers tell us that this should last a lifetime just based on the material. I will say it does feel like it's pretty high quality. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to just slide this over top your seat buckle receiver there, and it fits right in the gap between your console and your seat. We are now going to go out and officially install these. Our first step to install the DropStop is to actually put our seat back. We're creating that space that we need. To do our actual install, we're going to take our DropStop. First thing we're going to do, we're going to slide this part right around the buckle. Once we get that around the buckle, I'm going to start just wedging this into place. See how it just goes in there and fits tight? Now the directions do tell us if the gap gets small, you can pull away the seat to stuff it down. This fits actually here pretty nice. And realistically, at the end, that's what you should have. There you have it. Our DropStop is installed and in place. You can see it goes over a little bit here in the front. That's okay with me, but what I like is now it's going to stop my keys, coins, French fries, or anything else from falling down between the seat and the console. What I like about this, not only does it make a nice tight seal around the seat buckle here, but it also goes back behind it, now covering all of my seat gap. The directions do tell us if perchance your DropStop does move or become separated from the seat, you can actually put a double-sided nano tape right here, and that way you can adhere to the inside of your seat. The cool thing with the DropStop installed, you can actually move your seat forward and backwards, and it stays in a place simply because it latched right there around the seatbelt. Very cool. So tell me, what are your thoughts on these car gap fillers? Have you tried DropStop or GapGuard or any of the other ones? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Also, if you have tried another one, you think that we should check it out, let us know down there as well. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of bonus footage. We're gonna look at the extras that came with our DropStop. This, of course, the close-up view of our flashlight. They say it's credit card size. I would believe it is maybe a little thicker than a credit card. And you push this button right here to let the light shine. Now, I could not find a way where you could actually open this up to replace the battery, so my thoughts are once the battery is dead, you just throw this thing away. I do think it's pretty cool, however, just to throw this in your glove box. You never know when you need an extra light. Now we're going to look at the slide-free pad. And I've actually used these kind of things before. They're almost like a nano sticky tape, and they're covered on both sides with plastic right now. We're going to peel that off. So it's really just a sticky pad you adhere to wherever you're going to stick it, like your dashboard or your console or whatnot. And then your things are supposed to be able to stick to it. Let's open this up. As we start peeling this back, we notice that this is very sticky, right? So it's almost like every time you touch it, your fingerprint's going to be on it. So just be careful of that. But let's continue opening it. I have this phone holder that I'm just going to adhere this onto, and then I'm going to take a phone and stick it right on the sticky pad. Let's bend that down a little bit. We're just going to stick this right on to see if it holds. Well, check that out. It actually holds into place. It is pretty neat. However, my experience with these, they don't last that long. Let's see what happens when we take this off. Oh, but it's separated from there. Oh, look how sticky that is. I will say, DropStop, I appreciate the free gift, but this one I don't think I'm going to use a whole lot. You know what would be a good idea? You could actually cut a square out of this, and if you need your DropStops adhered to your seat, this could be your double-sided nano tape. How cool is that idea? As for its intended use, the slide-free, I've had a couple weeks use out of these before they no longer stick as good as they once did. In this video, we are looking at DropStop. It's an as-seen on Shark Tank car gap filler. So what do we think of it? First things first, let's talk about that price point. $25, in my opinion, was a little high just based on what I've paid for these in the past, around $12 or $15 mark. I will say this came with 2 free gifts. They valued at $10 and $5. I kind of wish they would have kept the gifts and just discounted the item. As far as the quality, man, the neoprene fabric is really high quality. I appreciate that. It looks like it's going to stand up and last a really, really long time. The seams look good, and I really think that it fits in those gaps nice and tight. As you saw, the installation was quick and easy. It just took a matter of minutes. I should say that they are universal for the left side or the right side, and they do fit most size cars and gaps. I actually chose to have my DropStop down so you don't even see the name of the company. I like the idea that I can do that, and I'm not stuck with having the logo up staring at me if I didn't want it. As of right now, the company says there is only one color, and it's in the black, and they say it's that color because it's supposed to mimic shadowing between the seat and the console, just so you're aware of that. In my opinion, these are a must-have, and they are very, very convenient. I love not worrying about things dropping between my seat and the console because they are very hard to get when they fall down there, and it's also hard to clean underneath there, so this actually saves a lot of time. If this is something that interests you, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. I wanted to give you a first-hand of what it looks like when your DropStop stops things from falling out of your pocket all the way down to the floor. It catches here. I notice when it's down towards the back end here, it actually just slides off the back and into the back seat area, which is okay. It's not underneath my seat. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of the DropStop. Actually, in this video, we talked about another car gap filler that I reviewed called the Gap Guard. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link that right up here, and I would love it if you would check on that link. And when you do, by the magic of the internet, I'm going to join you right here. So go ahead, click it. It's safe, I promise.